What is going on, folks? How's everybody doing today? Today is February 14 and it is Valentine's Day. Let's get it. Where's our little sound effects? Let's go. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Today we have an exciting show. Bit of an exciting show today. Let's see who's in here in the chat. We have Batman, Go West. How's everybody doing? Sparky. How you guys? Love you guys. Miss you all. King of Crypto in the house. Kami, how are you? Chilios. Cherry Berry. Welcome back to Z9A7A. It's good to be back. I had to take a few days off, but we're back on the Sandstorm. Let's go. Bear Teens Day now, baby. I had to use blue hearts because my green background is actually a magenta background. So yeah, deal with it. Sage, yo, so it's Sam in the house. You like my hearts? Thank you. The gang's all here. Everybody's in here. We have, how many people we have? I can't even see how many we have on the stream today because I am using a separate software to stream on Sandstorm. But guys, today we have something very exciting. If you see on my screen, we have a competition for the properties NFT. If you haven't already seen this NFT build, the properties NFT, we have a contest going on for first, second, and third place. Second and third place will get one properties NFT for the winners, and the first place will get one property NFT, and the properties team will hire the winner on a project. So that's pretty exciting. I hope all you guys will be entering. So today we're gonna actually build our own property, and we're gonna use something different today. We're gonna use Magic of Voxel. If you guys are already familiar with Magic of Voxel. Bear Cave? No, it's gonna be much more simpler because we have a very limited time. It's gonna be a very limited time. Magica is good. Magica is good. And it'll kind of give you guys a separate perspective on what to do. But yeah, so let's not waste too much time on it. Go check this out. I'll put the post on the link. Also, the details are on the Discord as well for the builder contest. We already have so many people entering, so make sure you go in here and build for the builders contest. I'm just checking, seeing what we have so far. We got some pretty crazy builds coming up. Yeah, and I haven't really seen anybody use Magica, so I wanted to use that. But yeah, so today we're going to be doing it as a Vox Edit version, and then tomorrow we'll do like a game maker version of it. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's see, Magica is good. Wanna hype everyone, entries up. Yeah, let's go. Maybe lower music volume out. Sure thing. Yeah, sorry about that. Sure about that. I didn't check that. Thank you, Tom Voxel, for letting me know. Appreciate that. Is that good now? We got some like house builds and everything. Got some crazy stuff on here, man. Competition is fierce. All right, let's get. Oh, this is pretty cool. And they rendered with light tracer render. But yeah, so without light tracer render, we have another method, right? So there is obviously a different method with Magica, and I really wanted to show this method and what we want to build here today. And I hope it'll turn out good within the hour that we have. But let's see what we're gonna build. So I'm gonna start off by creating a new palette, okay? And then when you say new project on Magica, you basically essentially start with a square, and most of you might already be familiar with that. There are other things that I do want to show. Yeah, so to get started, what we want to do is the max size that you can have on a single asset is 256 by 256. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this becomes 250. Well, first I'm going to delete everything in there by select all by Control A, delete it, and then do 256 and then press enter, and then that'll give us like some really big box that we can work with. And then later on we can actually put this into the Voxel Editor and deploy it to the game maker as an asset. But keep in mind, since this is a single asset and you won't be able to walk in this, it'll just be like sort of a visual asset that you can display on your game, right? But for the purpose of helping you guys understand what needs to be done for the properties NFT, I'm just gonna get started along. So I created my area, right? This is kind of like going to be like my box that I want it, right? So I'm gonna start with some from the ground up. So I'm gonna start with maybe some dirt, right? And to do that, I'm just gonna select my color on the bottom left corner here, right? And then if I want to select different shades of brown, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this over here, press paste, and I want to make it a little bit of a lighter brown, right? And then here, the reason why I left these in between is because I want to make a gradient between these colors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Control Alt and hold on, Control Alt, and then drag over there, and then you'll see the gradient colors that is between the very left and very right colors, right? So these are everything's in the between. So show that again, you select the color, hit Control Alt, and then drag to the second color, and it'll pretty much create a gradient. Now we can click attach, right? We have the attach button, and we can start building, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and start just plugging that in. There is some other plugins which I don't have installed on my computer, which is called Bricks, which it'll give you like different shaders and whatnot, right? And these are some of the cool things that we'll be using. Like for example, for shader here, you have over here up on top, you have the outline, which is kind of like your layers, and then you have your shader, which will allow you to make shapes such as this, right? So let's say if I wanted to make a tree, right? Oops. If I wanted to make a tree, right? So I'm going to select a different color for the tree top, right? And I can just select it and just, you know, play around with it. And then I can modify it in my shaders area. So if I have different degrees, right? So yeah, interesting things we're going to walk through. I think it's going to be, I have no idea what I'm going to build. I'm going to go along with it. And the reason why I'm doing it in Magica is because it has very nice and easy isometric camera tools, which you can use, right, to give that right angle that you're looking for. And then for rendering capabilities, it actually has some really nice rendering capabilities. So we're going to go do that at the end. So I'm going to first build like a dirt ground, similar to how you see it in the Sandbox lands, right? So I'm going to build a couple of layers before I start my asset, just to give it some sort of depth, I guess, right? And then the cool thing about Magica that other like Voxel Editor doesn't have is you can actually in any of your assets, when you have multiple assets, not just a single asset, you could go back and adjust the color. So in Voxel Editor, this is kind of limited because you have to go to each specific VXM to be able to change the colors. All right, you guys ready? So just built a few layers, and then let's go ahead and build our kind of our grass scene. All right, so I kind of want the grass to be over here, and then I'm gonna do Control Alt and then just drag it out again, and then kind of pick like a middle color, and then just do attach it. Maybe that's a little too light for my taste. Maybe do a little darker. Okay. And that's kind of, we're going to carve that up. We're essentially building land, right? And then you can do cool things like water and glass in Magicka, which you can't do in Voxel Editor. So this is a really good tool for this specific competition. So you can have like really nice renders, and you can set your specific renders in different elements. So let's say if I want to make the floor shiny, I do alt click on the ground, and I can make it like metal, right? And I'll give it kind of that metallic look. And I could change the color of the ground to, let's say, white. All right, or even maybe like a gray. All right, and we'll get into this later on. All right, cool. All right, let's keep going. So first things first, let's add a little bit of I would say grass, right? So I'm gonna add a little bit of grass in the areas. You could do mirroring through here. So if you're like doing like changes here, like if you want to do like that, you'll see that it'll affect the other areas as well, right? And you can do like multiple you can do like bigger voxels, right? So if you want to go even bigger, you can increase the voxel size in here, and maybe like create mountains if you wanted to, right? But for our sake, we're just gonna keep it like at 2, right? And we're just gonna add a little bit of just randomness into the build. And there's actually a way to do very random stuff. And then the reason why I'm using kind of mirroring so I can get more done faster. You might want to use your own little methods. There's other ways you can do it. Yeah, today we're gonna build like a modern-esque house that's rectangular. But hopefully this will kind of give you guys some ideas on what to build. So I'm using 3 different colors for the grass to kind of stand out. How's everybody doing today, man? If you have any questions, please ask them away in the chat. Let me know. I will try to help you. Even after stream 2, just let me know, and I'll help you guys out. Oops, I went a little bit too much there. As you can see, I'm like building out the kind of the grass texture for it. And it's always nice to have like a good foundation. And then for the color picker, let's say we pick this color. I kind of want something darker in between, so I'm gonna use the paint tool to kind of come back here and create some rigid areas for the dirt. Maybe like rocks and pebbles, it might help to actually yeah, I already have mirroring on. You guys excited for this contest? We will have more contests coming up real soon, guys, so make sure you check up on Twitter. Make sure you're following for those. We're gonna have some pretty sweet stuff coming up, so it's important to be engaged in the community, because you do not want to miss out what's coming soon. We always got the Sandstorm always takes care of its family. We have our lovely producer, Soj Sam, behind us. Give a round of applause to Soj Sam. guys better not judge me for how this is gonna turn out. I feel like I should have went an extra darker, actually. No, I'm just gonna copy this color here, paste it here. How much time we got? We got 15 minutes in. Okay, it's not bad. Very cool, very cool. So, how's everybody doing, man? Hope you guys are having a great Valentine's Day. Hope you guys are chilling. Amazing Super Bowl. If you guys watched the Super Bowl, those of you in America or in the States, man, that was quite a show. If you guys watched it, that was insane. I got to chill this weekend and watch the Super Bowl and paint some HK40 figures. Nice Warhammer 40,000 was it, right? 40K. Those, man, I always wanted to get into that. I just never had the chance. I was actually in San Diego and I went into this comic book shop and they had like all these builds that I just wanted to buy. And I was just like, I don't really have time for this. But it's nice to. I still have like Gundam sets that I haven't built, so I need to get my butt on those ASAP. All right, now I think we're having an okay base, not great, right? It's okay. And the reason why I'm showing this is because, you know, just so you guys kind of see what I'm doing or what I do in situations like this or these types of projects. You know, Magical Voxel is great for like rendering these type of projects where, you know, you really want to have like a realistic water, you want to have like a realistic, you know, glass, which, you know, for example, for the Voxel Editor, which you can't do, and not everybody has access to like light tracer render. Right, even though it has like a 14-day trial, Magica is just a very easy, simplified tool for you to use. And I will be providing new tutorials on this. And you can use it in combination with Voxel Editor. That's kind of our land right now, right? It looks okay. I think it's fine for now, right? So we have to now decide what we want to do. I just want to copy this, just because I don't trust myself, and I don't want to like undo. So I'm just gonna duplicate this by just doing copy paste. Oops. Just gonna click out of it, do copy paste, and then just hide one of them, right? And then I'm gonna call this land, right? And you guys can create the assets outside and kind of like arrange it together, but I've seen some Voxel editors, they just do it on the single parcel, but that's kind of hard to manage it, I would say. So you might want to not do that, right? So just because if like I'm gonna do the trees like out of the layers, say land back up just in case. What do bears do on Valentine's Day? Not spend. they are on stream with you lovely folks. Let's go. Hibernate. Best half show, yeah, definitely. I love it. It was just like history making. It was just amazing. All right, guys, I kind of want my property to have some water. Okay, I wanted to have like a lakeside kind of look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and we're gonna erase. Okay, we're gonna erase using the box mode, right? Oops, not like that. We're gonna remove the mirror. Hey Voxel Thrasher, how are you, brother? So we're gonna remove some of this. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. And I'm gonna use the box tool to kind of start going down. And as you can see, like, you can go through different layers of the terrain, how deep you want the water, right? Or you can add like rocks on the bottom, which I think is a great idea, which I will do. And you'll see some stuff here too. So let's maybe erase the top ones first. All right, so I'm gonna select from the top. Oops. Yeah, I think that works. Maybe we could even go a little lower. Okay. Trying to see how I kind of want my shape. You can also come in here and closely and delete these grass parts manually. And then we want to add a few rocks, right? So I'm going to add a few rocks. So we're going to do this and then have like a lighter color here. Again, we'll do Control Alt and drag, and we'll have like a gradient of colors. And then we're going to use the Voxel Editor, and then we're going to make like little, this is where this tool comes in, sort of, right? Where you can pretty much attach like parts, right? I got 30-minute lunch break. Figured I'd chill out with the Sand Fam. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Alright, so you guys can make like little rocks here, right? Change the variable on this every now and then. Look at different angles. Come in closer. I like to work out a little farther, so I'm gonna build like little rocks. All right, and the edge here. And you can go as detailed as you want with this, guys, right? It's just such a nice tool to like play around with, and it's like, it's literally like Magica is sort of like Bob Ross with like voxels, honestly. Such a great tool. Okay, now what we're going to do is we can actually add some particles on the bottom. All right, so let's do some small, tiny, like little dirt particles, right? Here and there. Oh, thanks, Soap Sam. Yeah, man, I have no idea. When I came into this, I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna build. But I think I'm just gonna build like a modern house with you know, we're gonna spend like, I'm gonna stop very soon on the outside and start working on the actual house, because this is a properties build, and this is just like me working on the land right now. But no worries, we're gonna have tomorrow as well, so if we don't even get to finish, we will continue tomorrow. But I am going to try to finish it in this stream, just so we can have tomorrow to do something new with the actual game editor, because I want to show you guys something different where it hasn't really been shown in any of the tutorials, which kind of obviously makes sense knowing. Gonna have like little like moths, so you guys can have like moths in here. Okay, green elements here. Okay, and the cool thing about this now is I can make like a water, okay, element. This is why I wanted to build this out, actually. I can build out a water element, so I'm just gonna choose the color blue, and then I'm gonna do attach, Okay, and then we're just gonna rise this like this, right? Hold on. Oops. Maybe it's better if we just use the box tool. Yeah, we're just gonna use the box tool, right? We're gonna use the box tool, kind of create it like a little lower. All right, and you're like, oh my God, where did it all go? Not to be worried. You select render and select alt-click on this. And I remember that should work. Let's see. One OR. Glass see-through. Want to make sure the OIR for water is 3 and roughness is 0. Need to adjust the lighting a little bit, and then you'll kind of see what's in the water. Do you see that? So this is kind of the cool effect that you can get with it, although this isn't exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to fix it real quick. I'm going to select the face tool again. Okay, and then go to render, right? So it's the same tool. Let's see. Let's do a surface blended. Oh, I think I know why. Hold on 1 second. We need to change our render settings to reflect, scatter, remove caustic, and then add the shadow. We should start seeing kind of the effect that we're looking for by changing this to blue. Right, and this is totally up to you how you want to do it. All right. And it looks like we have some holes in here that we messed up on, which we could fix real quickly just by doing model. Select and just close it off like this. And then you can like build a boat and whatnot, so it's really totally up to you. You can play with the render settings. I don't know why it's sort of showing yellowy or violety. That was not my intention, but we're gonna take a look at that in just a second. I think it might have to do with the background or the sky color. You can adjust like obviously the sun, where the sun is setting, and the angle of the sun and whatnot. All right, you have different modes. You could set it up as different things. I think we like it in the general sense. Okay. Let's increase this a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add little patches of green in the land areas, right? So like make this a little bigger maybe. Yeah, it would be so cool if Sandbox does support alphas, and this is kind of why I wanted to you know, and most of you may already know of this tool, right? But I wanted to kind of introduce it for people who may not know about it, right? And I'm just going to create some like jagged edges because this is not how like land is, obviously. All right. Oops. That's not how land is. Silly bear. Alright, and if you wanna go in detail, you can, but I'm gonna try to just finish this up and start on the house real quick. You guys can do like a boat in here. Maybe like a dock. We could do a dock maybe if we have time at the end. We'll try to do that real quick. Okay, cool. That kind of looks like a lake, right? Renter it. Yeah, I like it. It's not bad. All right, and you can definitely play with this. Like I said, there's different modes. You can make it glow, obviously, right? If you want to make like some kind of like neon thing. If you use the blend mode, you have like a mixture which you can set up, so you can have like metallic mixed in with like, you know, different modes, so to speak, right? But you know, and you can play with the colors, like I said. Do kind of this. Maybe if we go with a darker color, it'll look a little different. Yeah, I think this is fine, honestly. Just go a little darker, a little lighter. I'm very picky when it comes to these things. Okay. Now, right, we have kind of our lake land. No pull-up today, guys. No pull-up. There's people trying to claim pull-ups that don't exist. Oh, man. All right, guys, now, right, we want to build like a modern land, right? So, modern concept house, right? I'm just going to look at a few concept houses online that I can maybe like take a reference from, right? So, here's what I'm looking at, right? I searched like modern concepts, right? I'm just going to look at some of these and get some ideas. Right, and then these are kind of obviously easier to build for the sake of this show, and they have a different esque, right? So I like the white, the gray, and then this whole area. Maybe we can use this as an example. Obviously, it won't be that detailed with our build, but you know, we'll try to see what we can do. I kind of want to change this color to a lighter color. There you go. All right, now you can continue to build this on the land, or what you can do is build as a separate file, and then just kind of stack it on top, right? And the only issue with that is, you know, when you go into this other file, you're not going to see what you're building because it's kind of taking over. So you have to kind of move it over, and then kind of build your house here. And if you want to be able to like position it and whatnot, so it's just easier that way. I'm just going to go into this file, and you do have to go into the individual boxes to be able to edit them separately. And I'm just going to do a quick example for you guys, right? So I'm just going to choose the white. Let's do this as a white, and then we'll do like a gray here. Control paste. Copy and paste this, and then we're going to do the same thing that we did. Control and just so we get all that gradient in there. Candy the Kristen in the house. Welcome. Snoop was looking legit. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. All right, so we're gonna do a 2D. All right, we're gonna do 2D voxel. You could do a line, right? You could do a line. You can make it. You can make it like this, and then draw from that. Right? How do I want to do it? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build like a surface area first, right? Of what I want to build. And it doesn't really matter how I position this inside the box, because I can always I can move it. And then I'm gonna build like pillars, so to speak. Let's see. We're gonna have. Do we want the side entrance, front entrance? Maybe we just build a wall here and just see where that takes us. Honestly. I'm just gonna go ahead and build a wall first here. Alright, and then I am going to raise that up. Okay, we are raising up our building structure. Okay. And then you might want to do a different style here on this end, right? So if we're doing another box mode here on this edge, right? Everybody kind of will have their own way of doing this. This is my way. And I can erase, like, make the wall thinner. Right. I'm gonna try to make it a 2-story if I can. Let's see, it's 37. So we're gonna try to expand this more and more. Okay. And then we're gonna do the same thing and just expand this a little bit more. I think I can actually and you see how like this is like thinner now. I can actually make it thicker by just doing the face attach tool, right? I'm just gonna have like really big windows and maybe a garage door and a couple of trees around it. And you could toggle these different settings in the bottom if you want to kind of see like the shape that you're working with. If you want to remove shadows, if you want to add shadows while you're building, just to give you a different color perspective, because we are working with the same color. So who's gonna be who has not attended the contest and that's looking to attend it? Just want to see what if any of you will be attending that at all. I think it's a good opportunity to just maybe practice with you, maybe use, you know, the Magica Voxel as a test and try out. If you guys win, you win, you know, it's not a bad deal. Okay, that's kind of like my base, I guess, of my architecture, or at least I want it to be. All right. Now, let's see what we want to do. We want to build maybe like a garage door here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is choose a different color, a little bit lighter color. All right, and I'm going to do like a garage door here. On the side, maybe. Maybe we can make this part like blackish, and you can hide the other layer. This can also be the support of the building, and we can add like a little tree or something on the end. And you can hit this little crop tool to kind of like either make your thing smaller. If you can hit this, and it'll just bring it back to its size, so you can have an easier edge, so to speak. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise this, okay, to where I want it to touch the building. Okay. And then we're gonna bring that back. Well, if you're gonna attend the contest, like, you know, there's a contest going on. I don't know when the end date is. So Sam, do you know when the exact, how much time do people have to actually enter, the contest if they wanted to? So we're gonna move this in a little bit, just because of the garage doors are kind of like that, right? And then what I'm going to do is paint this a little bit lighter. Oh, you see, because I did that manually now. Let's see, maybe we can just do this, yeah. Alright, so that's kind of our little garage door. Bria, I remember seeing you come in, man. How are you? I'm gonna reach out to you about something very cool. That I feel like you're gonna be really interested in. Is this a single voxel? Oh, it is. Okay. So I'm gonna create like a line that's sort of representing the tool. There's a 2 voxels, yeah. I'm gonna put 2 voxels. Yeah, 1, 2. Just do this. 1, 2. Want to make sure it's straight. Click the face tools if you want. It's gonna actually do it straighter. Oh boy, we are running out of time real quickly. Alright, we gotta speed up a little bit, guys. But maybe I can be late to my other meeting just a little bit. It really depends on Sam. But let's see where we are in the next 15 minutes. We're just doing like little layers, guys. You definitely not always want to do shapes, right? You can always use like colors to kind of, you know, that's supposed to be like mimicking sort of sort of a garage door, right? When and where? You have until February 21st, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC time to enter. Really, Dizzy? Oh, yeah, man. Yes, sir. So we're gonna now make some like bricks, so to speak, right? Like different bricky looks on the side of this building. I don't want to go too much into detail with this, but the idea is to just make it look stony, right? In just different parts of it. I'm gonna use different colors to kind of add to the variance. Just kind of rushing this as well. Take it easy, guys. Taking a break. Ooh, Mr. Winning in the house. Mr. Winning, how are you? Hope you had a safe trip. Miss you, fam. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. I love you. I didn't even see chat, guys. If you asked any questions and I didn't answer them, please repeat them. I will look them in the chat right now. If you have any questions, just answer questions. Just ask away, please. Please, please, please ask me anything. Maybe make these a little darker. Right, and then these should be a little, yeah, there you go. And then I could just do the same thing again. Use the box tool to paint in kind of different areas. Me too, but today I have to clean for wife. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, guys, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And Valentine's Day isn't just for people that are not single, it's for everybody. Right? Maybe we got little, like, I got little hearts for you guys too. Nobody commented. Well, one person commented on my hearts. Nobody else commented on my hearts. I, like, worked hard on these hearts, man. They look lovely. Thank you, Sod Sam. I appreciate it. Sod Sam's always got my back. What you guys got on me? I got my boy Sod Sam with me, man. He will. He's got my back. I think that's enough bricks, right? Okay, Dizzy. That's fine, man. You can move on. You move on, buddy. But I want to do more boring and interesting detailed stuff that nobody really cares about. Part for you. I used to be you're my main boy. You're my boy at Dizzy channel. Sod Sam is my boy in the Sandstorm channel. Alright, guys. So, long story short, so let's take a look at this. Now that we have this, right? Ooh. Right? And I want to move this. I could just go whoop, right? And I can move it anywhere I want, right? I move it anywhere I want, right? So that's kind of cool. And maybe, you know, you can rotate it a little bit. You can even one of the great things in magic is you actually like expand and scale the actual asset. So if I like double click on it, you can either like double exit, right? Or like you can like shrink its size. Let me see. Yeah, you can do an inverse, like you can do fill, you can do fill up, right? You can obviously flip, right? Etc. etc. The biggest thing, like I said, is you can scale manually. So if you do like select all, you can select this tool here and transform, and you can like expand and change like the dimensions of the build if you wanted to, right? So far, this is what our build is looking like, right? And it doesn't look like much right now, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a few elements to make it more house-like. Okay, one of them obviously is going to be a wall. All right, and we can display. I'll turn off the land setting. Keep it real. Have a good one. Voxel, see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. And disease by proxy. We can't share Mr. Winning. Okay, I'll take Specs and see who is streaming. But I gotta keep the momentum. Yeah, I think I might be streaming later on today, guys. For those that might be interested. Just so we can finish up our Dizzy Cup races. And, you know, have some fun today. I know I haven't been streaming in a while. But I think this will be an exciting one. Play some games on the Sandstorm Hub. Alright, this is cool. So we got the other wall down, and then now what I want to do is actually we need a front door, or we just need like a glass sort of area. So Sam, how am I on time? Can you let me know? Like in terms of the meeting that we have. Can I be here for a little bit more? Or should we continue tomorrow? It's totally up to you. Let's see. So what I want to do is I want to create some frames around it, right? Like sort of about 6 minutes. Okay. Well, I mean, like, I say pick up tomorrow. Okay. Sounds good. We can continue tomorrow, guys. But we're gonna do this for another few minutes to show you kind of where I'm headed with the build. Oops. Right. And then what I want to do is maybe we can kind of finish up the first floor here. What I want to do is create a kind of like a frame here. Maybe that's a little hard to see, so I'll make it a little thicker. Yeah, I'll make it a little thicker. All right, cool. So that's kind of like our frame, right? And if we render that, it's starting to become like a property, right? And then we have the land on the bottom, obviously, and then we'll add trees and maybe some other elements, and we'll play around with the different shapes. But for what I wanted to do with this specifically was, let me see if this is, yeah, this is part of the land. You can actually erase this by just doing, oops, by selecting and just doing this. Nope, that's not working because the land is selected. Let's do this. I can just move it up, honestly. Move it up by one. There you go. And then now, what I wanted to show was if you do like a glass in Magicka, right? You can do like a glass inside these builds, right? So if you disable the land again, and then you can just kind of click here, right? That's some really big, thick glass, but we'll have some frames around it. And you can like do like luminescence inside and give like a night feel, right? I'm gonna just make sure this is like thin. I want to at least kind of show you guys the idea of this, so you can play with this until tomorrow. Well, there's so much you can do with this, honestly. Okay, cool. And it's a little crooked, but it's fine. So now when I render it, right, it's looking like it's not great, right? So what I want to do is just want to select it down a little bit, right? Render it, all right? And then this color, I'm gonna alt click on it, and then we're gonna do glass, and then we're gonna do transparent, and then you'll see that transparency coming through now. Right, and you can do this for like, well, my idea was to do this kind of all around the building, give it that modern, you know, that modern look that we're kind of looking for here, right? And then you can like build around it, and then we'll have like some trees, and then we'll have like a second floor. Yeah. Let's see what else we can just quickly. Maybe we can just add in the walls and the glasses. We can have like maybe like a balcony area here, and then maybe have like a dock here. One thing I did want to add was, let me just add it real quick, like a pathway, like a rocky pathway to the land itself, right? So it's like if there was let's say like big blocks of kind of like this. Maybe sort of like this. And then what I can also do is like copy and paste this so it's the same size every time. All right, and to do that I would just do select, right, copy, and then I would just add a new voxel, right, and then paste it. Go. All right, cool. Now what we can do is like now place, we can give that like a texture, but we can also take this now and duplicate it, right? We can now duplicate this. Where is that file? Crop it. Boom. Right, and then we can now duplicate it and then move it this way. Right, copy paste. Move it this way, copy paste, move it this way, copy paste, move it this way. So that way I can just have like a path going to wherever I want this path to go to. Did you find it easier to build in Magicka Voxel than Vox Edit? For these type of builds, yes, right? This is a static build that will be used for rendering. That's not going to have any animation. If I do want to bring in any animation in this, I do have to bring it into Vox Editor. But you know, for like the purposes of this project, you know, we do maybe 1600 by 900, right? The purpose of this project was to kind of show different rendering methods and what you can do with Magicka Voxel easily, right? You have the transparent assets, you can do like water, right? You can have like different layers. So I thought we were going snowboarding today. I'm going snowboarding on Friday. Yeah. But yeah, guys, we are on top of the hour. So the actual VXM files will be only submitted for the winners. The properties, I think, will be selected to the winners. Yes. I'm gonna have send your voxels if you're winning. If we open up file in Voxel that we actually built in Magic, will it show it was in Magic? Correct. Yes, it will. It will show exactly like it, except the transparent colors. So if you have any colors or transparent colors, you're not going to be able to see those on there. On the or any lighting. So emission, you have to do it through from Voxel Editor as well. Did you find it easier to build? Yes, I do find it easier to build a Magic Voxel for these types of assets because there's no rigging. Has a 2-minute video on YouTube, explained very well. Thank you so much, Oak6. I think it could have been better, that video, but yeah. So it's better for terraforming and large assets such as building. Yes, I definitely agree with that. If I go to the airport, we can meet there in about 46 hours. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in today. I love you all very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of build. And tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the rest of this. Or I might work on this a little bit, but we might be building the rest of this. Finish it up, do some renders, and then actually work on the maybe like a few tips on the game maker on how to build like this specific in a game maker. Because right now this is just an asset that would be like a prop in your game, or like a sort of a little structure of like what architectural designers would do and show, right? Thank you, Z. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I love you all. Thanks for the input. Really helpful. I've heard you can double the size in assets. Yes, that is true. Like I just showed it. I'm gonna show it one more time real quick. If you just select the asset, hit this little tab, and then just do, wait a minute, where was it? Just double click on it, and then just do double X, and you can like boom, boom, you know, just double, or you can do the opposite. You could shrink it. Yeah, it's just the more mature tool, right? But like you still need Voxel Editor to move it over to the Sandbox, guys. This is just for, you know, each tool has a different purpose, right? For this specific contest, for example, you can build in here, you can render in here, and then you can move it into Voxel Editor if you want this asset to be in Voxel Editor for some reason, right? All right, guys, I love you so much. Those were my last comments. Brother, I'm in Voxel Editor and Let's Tracer a lot, but newer to Voxel. It is so much easier, man. King of Herto, but you're gonna love it. All right, guys, I am 5 minutes late. I love you all. Thank you all so much for being here today. I will see you guys very soon today. Take care. Bye-bye.